Yes, that's right. You're right here with Don Getling, Gino Fronti with Skyline Home Loans and the Real Estate Radio Network's own Don and Gino Real Estate Finance Show with two of the top experts in the real estate field. I am so excited to be here. What do you think, Gino?
I'm excited, and even during the break, we're talking about all the opportunity in the marketplace, and how this fear has created opportunities for almost everyone. I mean, there's, like we said, we were talking about opportunities for investors. Where I think we're going to touch a little bit on opportunities for move-up buyers. It's a good time to get a bigger home. It's actually probably a good time to move down and downsize if you want to do that as well. And not only is it a great opportunity to buy, but when rates are this low, it's actually the best time to sell because your buyer has such a low payment, he won't grind you on the price as much.
Good point. Well, the thing I like most, and we're here with Nate Butcher and Allison Lewin with the Real Estate Nate team from Keller Williams VIP Properties. We're talking one of the best organizations I've ever seen, two of the hardest workers in this industry, bar none. I know they both work till all hours in the morning. We're talking through the whole night. And they're working for you because what I love that I heard from Nate and Allison is this is a great opportunity. They're actually excited about the market. I know many of you are out there going, oh, woe is me, the market's gone down, my value has gone down. But if you're talking to professionals that really do their homework and know their job and are comfortable with it, they can help you. And we have two of them in the house today with Nate Butcher and Allison Lewin. And I guess we'll take a step back and explain that there are opportunities, and actually you're excited because you don't have to, I love what you say, you didn't have to upsell.
No, I don't have to upsell the market, and it's really nice because I can go to the homes and sit down with families. I like to do that more than just come to the office with a sterile environment. I like to go in and I enjoy meeting their kids. I have a couple little guys myself. So you know what, we sit down and I don't have to upsell it. But here's what I hear all the time is Nate, we got married a few years ago, and we have a couple kids, and now we have another baby coming on the way, and we have a 2-bedroom townhome, and we really need to move up, but we've only have $20,000 equity in a property, but we need $100,000 equity to move up, like some people would say. But what I say is, look, when you look at your equity, when you're buying in the same market and you never get out of the market, if you don't get out of the market, you're basically transferring your equity, into a home, because we all know that it's going to be a while. Are you really going to live in that house? Because the quality of life means something, right?
Absolutely. What's critical about that as well is that when you do move up, you're moving, because the values compound typically on, let's just say on an average of 3 to 4% annually. We know we're not experiencing that now, but we will, as we always say, in California, we will get double-digit appreciation someday again. And because we average, once you start compounding on that bigger number, it makes a bigger difference towards your retirement. I've always banging the retirement drum.
That's right. We don't have the drum here today for you, Gino.
Well, I will say something about that because I do, and because of the financial stuff and the tax accountants that I work with and things like that, I'm actually looking at a lot of folks right now that are not 25 years old, that are 58 years old, that are 60 years old, and they're like, look, Nate, the interest rates now are so low. What about my retirement? What do I do? I need to downsize. But the thing that's good about that, and when I sit down with them, I say, okay, we know for a fact since the 1920s real estate is there's only so much land, right? I mean, we have ups and downs in our economy, but when we look at that, you can get in a better tax rate. One of the best things, if you haven't sold in a long time, is some people don't know they can transfer that tax rate if they're 55 or over. Right. So, I have a beautiful 4,000 square foot house over in West Ridge right now, and their kids left, right? I mean, they've moved on, went to college. And
empty nesters.
Why do you need 5 bedrooms for, So we're selling that house, and we found a beautiful, 1,900 square foot 1-story home with a pool, and it fits them. And then we took the money that they're having, and we're going to buy a couple investment properties. So there's all different ways to do.
So that was a win-win situation, from what I'm hearing.
That was a very much win-win situation. Right. Okay.
Now I will tell you that Don Getling knows exactly what to do with 5 bedrooms, and just he and his wife. It's party.
Right. So that fear that people are having, or the hesitance to think I have to hold on until the market recovers so I can get my equity back, with the rates and the loan programs, you don't need as much equity. You're just taking what you have and moving it over. Right. Everybody's going what makes them happy, and it's a great situation. Your payments are just so low.
Well, I also really always love to do this because I own a few investment properties myself. So if there's any way that you don't have to sell that initial property, and let's say you refinanced it in the last 12 months, maybe in the last 24 months, and you have a rate below 5%, now you can go ahead, if you can, and purchase that new property and hang on to the other one that'll actually cash flow as an investment property. It's a great opportunity to become a landlord.
Well, and just to say something a little bit about that, and if I go into a situation and I look at the person's home, okay, and it's not a extremely high expensive home, like anything over 700, I don't typically recommend to rent.
Right.
Okay, but if I look at that house, and the one thing that's good about the good lenders in town, which I talk about, is
Thank you very much.
they analyze. Okay, can we keep this home? And the rents are so high, can we pay or get a cash flow?
Right.
As long as we can pay for that home, why are we going to sell that house? There's absolutely, if you can qualify for both homes, we come in and we buy another house, and then as the equity increases, your net worth increases over time, and because now you're getting on two houses. So then now I have some people, when I sit down with them, they get a little too motivated. Okay, Nate, we want to buy 3, 4. Okay, wait, no, you can only buy so many houses. Okay, so
Yeah.
but you guys are exactly right on that. I do not try to upsell people on to just sell their home, sell, buy this one. It's going to go down if you live in it. It's going to go up if you don't, right? We don't do that. So a lot of you, if I was to speak to, I would probably more than half, if you could qualify to buy another home, I would say, hey, let's hold on to that home, and let's do that. And my management company's coming soon, so I can help them just for my clients. So I can do that.
Good. Yeah.
So yeah, but I want to help my clients. I'm not out there to to do that. So, and I want to be able to be there for them in the future and say, okay, now it looks like a good time, or now it doesn't. So.
Well, this is fun, because now we have 4 strategists in the house, not just real estate people and lending people. We have strategists that really care about their clients. And I know, reading through all your stuff, knowing how hard you guys work, we've been fortunate to work with Allison in quite a few transactions and stuff. She's amazing, and you guys really care about your clients, as we do.
Well, in
And-
fact, during our last transaction, I was calling, and every time I called her, she was out to lunch or out to dinner with her client. That was fun.
Always. Yeah. I think you
She's
caught me
like-
at dinner each time with her.
Yeah, I
Last
was
one.
giving you an update. Oh, I'm just here with our client right now. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, your clients become your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
I
in the
love
car
that.
with these people, spending a whole day with them, days. And I mean, you could be showing them 100 houses. You hear about all the problems that their kids have and the problems with their husbands, and makes your problems feel like nothing.
Yeah, part-time shrink,
But,
right?
Yeah. Right. You become a therapist, but you
Yeah.
do. You become your friend.
It's a key point, Allison. That's Allison Lewin with the Nate, the real estate Nate team, and we got Nate Butcher in the house too with Keller Williams VIP Properties, sharing with you some of the opportunities in the real estate market and the positive opportunities, and why you need to work with professionals such as them. And if you'd love to reach out to either Allison or Nate, please reach us at 855-DG Radio. That's 855-DG Radio, or call myself, 661-510-3995. I have their cells. I can give them to you. You can hook up with these guys, because they really do care, and that's why we're on the show every single week, helping you out there, Mr. and Mrs. Santa Clarita, with what's going on in the market today. And we love what we do every week, and we love having you guys on this week sharing this stuff. It's really good. I mean, I know, Allison, you were mentioning that you guys right now are working on 17 short sales or whatever, helping families out right now
Yes,
with this
yeah.
crazy market and where they're at right now.
Yes, and the short sales that's the way to go if you have to sell and you're upside down with your house. Only because as of July 15th, Governor Brown signed a new law in place that if you close escrow on a short sale from July 15th forward, July 15th of this year, then the debt will be forgiven on the primary lien and any junior liens. And that's huge for people.
It gets rid of that fear we were talking about at the
Yes.
beginning of the show,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And combined with the right financial advice, if you are able to somehow couple that with a bankruptcy, you do have a fresh start.
Very
And
nice.
You can have a completely fresh start in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, and the short sale is much better than letting the house go to foreclosure.
Absolutely.
Because
Oh, huge.
with the
We talk
short
about that a
sale,
lot.
you're showing the bank that you're making an effort to pay something back. Whereas the foreclosure, you're kind of looking like a deadbeat, just handing them the keys.
It
you
is
know,
true.
You're not paying anything back.
It's true. When you work with a bank, it affects everything. Your credit,
Yes.
how fast you can get back in the market. We can work with a credit. We had an expert. You hear a lot on Ron D. Lambeth. We have a credit expert. This is amazing. And before we leave, Nate, any closing words on what you're working on and why they should work for your team, with your team?
Well, one thing I feel kind of more passionate about, and don't get me wrong, I love working with investors and seeing the happiness, right? I love working with move-up buyers who are cheery and we're going to buy our dream home. But to be honest with you, my kind of passion, and that's why that Allison and I teamed up together, is she is such an expert on the short sales, okay? And many of us, we've had. I mean, don't you think my incomes went down? That the prices went down 40%. So I took a 40% pay cut, even if I sell the right house. Right? So I feel your pain.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, the fear factor that's there for a short sale is not what people think. It's just not. And once they get the explanation, they won't be afraid anymore.
See, you're stuck with us right now, Nate, because we want to keep this going. We're going to have you guys back. That's right.
I would love to come back.
We'd love to have you back, because great information today. My goodness.
Thank
Allison.
you for having us. This was
You
great.
guys are the
Thank
bomb.
you for being here.
So we will have you back. That's Allison Lewin and Nate Butcher with Real Estate Nate team with Keller Williams VIP Properties. You have Don Getling, Gino Fronti here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Hour every Thursday, 1 p.m., your smartest hour of the week. Please join us next